The pitch, the swing, the sprint. Now that's baseball. But here in Essex, it's baseball, 2 words, the way they spelled it back in the 1860s. And that's the way they play it, too. Welcome to the Essex Baseball Organization, a league for lovers of vintage baseball. That describes Brian SHEEHY, a history teacher who started the league 12 years ago.
It's a lot different than modern baseball. You have to adjust the way you think.
Here, they play by the 1865 rulebook, 10 years before gloves entered the game, so no gloves. The ball is different too.
So this is a lemon peel baseball.
It's softer.
It is softer.
Definitely. But I bet it's hard enough. It's hard enough that if you get that right there, I believe that's.
You can still definitely break some fingers and things like that.
Ooh. The pitcher tosses underhand, no mound, no rubber, and home plate is, well, an actual iron plate. But the biggest difference? Catching the ball on one bounce is the same as catching it on the fly. When that happens, the batter is out.
Okay, gentlemen, who's going to catch it?
I will.
Each game begins with a traditional bat toss and ends with a rousing display of old-time gentility.
Okay. 3 cheers for the little baseball club. Hip hip, huzzah! Hip hip, huzzah! Hip hip, huzzah!
Each of the 4 teams, the Portsmouth Rockinghams, Lynn Live Oaks, Newburyport Clamdiggers, and the Lowell Baseball 9, is a revival of an actual 19th century team.
The Lynn Live Oaks were a team that played in Lynn in the 1870s. They had the first African-American player to play professional baseball.
And that guy in the top hat? Jeff Graybeard Purdy. He's the league's umpire, promoter, and MC, all rolled into one.
We all love baseball, and we all appreciate the history of the time. So we want to get it right and show people good quality baseball.
The attention to detail is impressive. From the uniforms to the terminology, the equipment to the scoreboard, even their water bottles. But perhaps nothing does more to evoke the game's early years than the field itself at Newburyport's Spencer Pierce Little Farm. The games are a family affair, evidenced by grandparents in lawn chairs, the teenager manning the scoreboard, and the Clamdiggers 1-2 punch. Player-manager Drew Murphy and his dad, second baseman Kevin Murphy.
It's a time we can get together on the weekends. What used to be like on a Sunday, when stores were not open and all the families would get together. It's just very comforting, and it's a great time. It's a great time.
And you get to manage your father for it.
That's right. I get to tell him what to do. That's a good change-up, right?
Yeah. How easy is that?
Not easy.
But make no mistake, these folks keep score.
We're pretty gentlemanly, and that was kind of the theme back then. But everybody still wants to win, and if there's a close play and it's a tight game, people kind of get fired up, I guess.
And there is one compromise to modernity. The league's only female member, OLIVIA ESTER, who's playing her first game today.
So you think you're going to stick with it if they'll have you?
As long as they keep giving me these fabulous outfits, you betcha.
And speaking of first games, the league is always looking for new players. And as you can see, they're willing to give anyone a chance.
Edgar is here.
Hey,
Was it fun?
Oh my God, it's way fun. It's incredibly fun. I was surprised. When I heard about this, I was like, oh, this looks interesting. We're going to go check it out. It might be fun to shoot a piece. I was surprised how much fun I had and how beautiful the area is. I mean, that's really a big part of it, is the fact that it happens on this farmland. It's a 230-acre farm, right? It's also a historic site. The place has been an operating farm since the 1600s. So they have this farmhouse, this beautiful farmhouse from the 1600s, which people can go in and tour while the game's going on. And then over in the corner here is this baseball field. And then steps away from the baseball field, you have everything from horses milling about, which you can go and pet. There are, people working on the farm. It's still a working farm. So you really feel like, in addition to the fact that the game is really different, you feel like you have stepped back in time. It's wild. It's like a field of dreams.
I noticed them doing some other things too, like hitting down into the dirt.
Yeah.
So there's things that are totally different.
Well, a lot of those rule differences that we were talking about, like the fact that on one bounce, if it's caught on one bounce, it's an out, which is totally neat. It makes the game happen much, much faster. And yeah, they hit down on the ball occasionally. Because they're trying to keep it from being caught on a bounce. Also, you can hit the ball, if it hits fair and then goes foul, even in the infield, unlike today, it stays a fair ball. So when you see them chopping down on it, that's what they're doing. They're chopping down to kind of hit what's called a fair foul.
Yeah.
On our website at WGBHnews.org, we have a little bit of a build out on this, and we have some of the rule differences and terminology all on there. So if you really want to get into it, you can check that out and see some more about that.
But it's the same with 9 innings and
9 innings,
3 outs.
3 outs. One other thing that's kind of different, which is really neat, is balls and strikes are called at the umpire's discretion. So he doesn't usually call balls and strikes right away. They're pitching, and he gives a warning before he's going to. So if the pitcher's throwing pretty well and the batter's not taking a swing, then the ump goes, striker warning, and they call the hitter a striker, they call the pitcher a hurler. They use all the old terminology, which also kind of helps the illusion. It's fun. You know what the thing, though, on top of it all, Emily, it's some of the best baseball I've seen. These guys played in college. They played. Some of them played in the minors. They can really play. It's fun.
That's good. That is fun. That's a great piece.
They have their championship game this weekend, this Saturday. So in a couple of days, you can go up and see them yourself. All that information's on our website.
All right, Edgar Herwick, thank you.